Hi, this is the English version of my German pronunciation video. So I want to share some of the things that I've learned about how you pronounce German words during the few months that I've been studying German. Now I did this video before and I did the whole video in German and I put that online, and a couple of very kind Redditors gave me some constructive criticism and pointed out some things I could pronounce even better. So this is probably the definitive version of my German pronunciation video. Okay, so let's take a look. So the first couple of things that I wanted to look at were these three here. The first and probably most important one is this word, ich. Now when I first started off, I probably wanted to pronounce this quite harsh, sort of like ich, but it's much softer, it's ich. If you imagine somebody laughing and going he, it's that first h sound, the he. So ich. The next one is this here. When you see a V in German, you normally pronounce it like an English F. So it's not a V sound, it's a f sound. Same goes for W. When you see it, it's not a w, but it's more of a v, quite strong, it's a v kind of sound. So here's an example sentence with all of those letters that we just saw. And when I was first starting out, I probably would have said this as Ich trinke Wasser mit meinem Vater, which isn't awful, but there's a better way to say it. So if I just sort of mentally substitute those letters that we just saw into this, then now it reads Ich trinke Wasser mit meinem Vater. So especially on that W and V, you can really hear that. Ich trinke Wasser mit meinem Vater. And that's much better pronunciation, just sort of mentally swapping out those letters. So the next things that I wanted to share are the umlauts. Now, I think when you first start off, it's a little bit tricky to understand how you pronounce these, but if you just pretend they have an E directly after the letter, I find it makes it a lot easier. So this first one here is E, U, U. You actually see this in website addresses, email addresses. When people don't obviously have access to an umlaut, Germans will often just put AE rather than A umlaut. Okay, the next thing is this Z. Now you pronounce this in German very strong and very sharp, so it's ts. It's a very sharp ts sound. So let's look at an example on these. So here's an example sentence that has all of those different letters in again. Es gibt Bären im Zoo is a sort of very English way to read it. Es gibt Bären im Zoo. So what's slightly better is this here, where again I've swapped the words out. So it's Es gibt Bären im Zoo. So that AE, Bären, it feels like there's an E at the end of it, Bären. And then Zoo is Zoo. Zoo is how you say that one. Es gibt Bären im Zoo. Okay, so here's one big sentence that I kind of shoehorn together to get everything into one. Okay. Ich würde traurig sein, wenn wir uns in Zürich verabschieden müssen. So that's got a little bit of everything. So there's the ich with the soft CH, and then würde with a V. Ich würde traurig sein, wenn wir, two of those V's again, uns in Zürich, so that's sound, and a UE, Zürich, verabschieden müssen. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Those were some of the accent problems that I definitely had when I was first starting out. So let me know if you found it interesting in the comments below, and give me a subscribe because I make a bunch of these videos and it'll be great to see you on the next one. Okay, cheers.